What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I am Love Coach Scotty Thomas, and you're watching The Awakening World. It's our Saturday night edition. I want to welcome everybody that's in our Zoom room. So many of our favorite friends. I see people from as far as Ecuador, Australia, Europe. Frode is with us. So it's always cool to truly have a global peace tribe. And I want to welcome all of you who are watching on Facebook and YouTube. A big thanks to John and Summer Raymer, who get us out to so many groups and pages via the Sign Network. So welcome. And we have a really special show tonight. Every show special. I probably say that every show. They are. They're all really, really, really good. And tonight's going to be another really good one. We are collaborating once again with our friends at Soul Search, which is an extraordinary place to go online to find psychics and healers and channels and people who are really helping to create an awakening world. And this weekend, they also do enlightenment expos. And Soul Search is doing 2 enlightenment expos this weekend. One in Carefree, Arizona, that Tangela is at, and then one in Concord, California, that my co-host, Barbara Tintori, is at. And Barbara will be with us in a moment. She is currently kind of getting John Gray situated because John's going to be our special featured guest. So it's going to be an exciting evening. We're going to have some Soul Search psychics, healers, and John Gray, who's remarkable, one of the great best-selling authors of all time, and he will be here in just a few minutes. But as always, we like to get the show started, rocking and rolling, moving and grooving with Omashar and his dance team led by Desiree. So
that is true. Thank you, Scott. And yes, each show is very precious. And for some reason, each show builds on the energy of the last show. And we're just about all peaking here in awareness. That's why we're awakening. We haven't yet fully awakened. Otherwise, it'll be a little more transparent. But at the end of tonight, we have a kirtan with a shock. And in honor of that, I have actually just recreated something that's been a mantra. It is called Asato Ma. I spent, I don't know, a gazillion hours yesterday and today putting together this track. And I shall put into the chat box the mantra. So please sing along with music, of course. And it's Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mricho Ma Amritam Gamaya. And the way I've arranged it is it's a never-ending circle. It just keeps on going round and round and round and round rather than stop and finishing. And the mantra means, lead me from untruth to truth. Lead me from darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. And we shall end it with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which is Om Peace, Peace, Peace. And so one moment while I change mic source and change background. Because one has to do these things. There it is. And this one. Alrighty then. Asatoma. Hang on a minute. Somebody forgot to plug it in. You're right, Scott. Take two. One with every meal. Dearly beloved.
Satkamaya, Tamasoma, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Let's go to gallery view and give Desiree and Omashar a big twinkle. And thanks to those of you who are moving and grooving, our beloved Eleanor Joy and our beloved Reverend Jeffrey and Susan and all of you who were moving. Naila, thank you so much. And Omashar will be back with 2 more songs tonight. And then, as he mentioned, we've got the wonderful Ashoka, who's going to do a beautiful kirtan. And Desiree, thank you so much. Doesn't Desiree look especially gorgeous goddess Egyptian tonight? Wow. And she's, of course, been at the Soul Search in Concord, where she's been doing healings for people. So thank you, Desiree, for doing double duty and supporting our friends at Soul Search. We're going to get to John Gray and Soul Search in a few minutes, but we have a little bit of a postscript from last week's show. Like Omashar said, the shows do kind of dovetail, and there's certain topics and themes that we really follow. Last Saturday night, our show, of course, was all about making contact. And we had co-host Alan Steinfeld, and some extraordinary people, Stephen Bassett and Danny Sheehan and JJ and Desiree Herzog, all talking about the impending disclosure and the extraordinary increase in activity of UFOs, UAPs, and so on and so forth. Well, Reverend Jeffrey, who of course brings all sorts of wonderful people to the Global Peace Tribe shows, and his friend Nama, who you might remember, he's been on the show a couple of times before, have a little special sharing they want to provide to, help those of us who can't make it to every conference. And there's amazing conferences going on all over the world, including Barcelona. They're going to give us a little bit of an experience of something very important that just took place in Barcelona, Spain. So take it away, Jeffrey and Nama.
Well, thank you, Scott. You are such a friend. I mean, you are a model of what I would like to be as a good friend. Thank you, Scott. I love you. Yeah, the newsflash. Hey, there's stuff going on. Consciousness is raising. Paradigms are coming down. We're creating a whole new area of understanding the nature of reality. It's beautiful. It's so exciting. And Nassim and William Brown, Nassim Haramein, which is amazing what he's bringing to the world. It's so beautiful and clear. They were at the consciousness conference, bringing in the physics and the biology and the quantumness, and it's, we won't get into any of that tonight, but I just want to tell you that it's happening, and the science of the ETs is right there. It's written down. It comes from source. It comes right out of the source, and it's infinite energy. And again, an other beautiful thing the new model shows is infinities. They love infinities. The old model, not so much. But it is true. We live, and infinities can be confined within a area by fractal all the way down. So I'll just tell you one story, and then I'll turn it over to you. Oh, we'll put some links into the conferences, many YouTube videos, but you can pick and choose. Some of them I haven't seen them all, but I'll tell you the impact that William Brown and Nassim Haramein made at that conference was powerful. And of course, we'll put some of that in there. But one of the stories that I just want to share quickly before I turn it over to Nama is that Nassim was back in his room doing some calculations. I always heard, and he comes out with these interesting numbers, big numbers. But anyhow, I always heard that there are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on the planet Earth. Well, he went in and figured out how many protons are in the average human. And it turns out there are more protons, which are mini black holes inside of us, than there are stars in the universe. So just we're just keep expanding our understanding of the depth. And all those protons are connected by tiny little wormholes, that connect everything, making us one connected universe. And as we entangle the certain pieces of it, we get the information, which is what we do here and what Soul Search does. And it's like a beautiful marriage. But anyhow, thank you, Scott, again. And you guys can do your own research if you want, but always try to check into what Nassim Haramein is doing, because it will inspire you. We're going to have he's got the science for 0-point energy and gravity control. And we know that's all a part of disclosure, because they've got it, we need it, and that's pretty much it. Nam is amazing. He's bringing again the spiritual and his deep understanding of Nassim's and the unified models physics, and what he's creating is, and we'll have him back to tell you more, Scott. But he's creating great stuff. Go ahead, Nam. Tell about how how you related to the beautiful conference coming up.
Yeah, of course. It's amazing because we're seeing before our eyes, I mean, of course, disclosure, but the convergence of what we all have known intuitively and universal consciousness and universal mind, and this connection that is often difficult to explain in words, but we know it innately. Scientists are getting those downloads. They're getting these inspirations and these downloads and visualizations of how it works in physics. And what happened at the conference, I put together some slides for you guys, but it's real technical. It may take a while, but if you guys want it, it won't take a while. I could rush through them. We could take pictures of them just so you know what goes on. But I was saying, it's just they're getting these downloads to where they're at official science events, and the science that they describe prove universal consciousness and a mind and a well of information, and that consciousness is inherent in every part of the universe, which is amazing to see scientists talk about this and be amazed. But humans have been talking about it for thousands of years. And you're seeing this convergence. So it's just a beautiful thing. And they have exact mathematical equations that you can now extrapolate and describe the human biofield. You can describe how humans' fields can be quantum entangled with others, and how you can have instantaneous remembrance and psychic abilities, and all of these things can be mapped out mathematically in a way now, which is just monumental. It's amazing.
Beautiful. And so did you see you have a couple slides to show?
Yeah, but since we're on a time limit, I'll go through them and people could take screenshots.
Yeah.
And
also, we record this, so people can always go back and watch the recording.
Okay. I'll kind of go through them, but you guys can always go back over them. How do we share? Okay. Let's do this.
Press play.
Press play.
If you press play, then we see the entire slide.
Okay, you can see. Okay. You see that?
Right now, yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay. Sorry. Just trying to get the screen so I can see. Hold on. Okay. So you can see my screen. Sorry about that. You guys can see, right?
Yeah, and if you need some more time, Nama, what we could do is John Gray is here.
Okay.
And he's got limited time. Why don't we come back to you? That'll give you a little bit more time to figure out the slides.
We're
Um,
fine. Perfect.
and thank you. Definitely looking forward to kind of dropping in a little bit deeper. But
Yeah,
we're
no
very
problem.
fortunate that John Gray, one of our favorite presenters, who's been on the show going all the way back to when we were doing Saturday Night Alive, Global Peace Tribe, and one of the best-selling authors of all time. I'll let John correct me, but if I recall correctly, he was the best-selling author for 1 or 2 decades. Of course, his seminal book is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, but he's written many, many other books since then. He's also truly an expert on anti-aging, health for men and for women. And so with no further ado, here is the beautiful Barbara Tintori, my co-host for the night, and John Gray. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be here, especially with our good friend John. It is always a pleasure to be with you all here. We've been at the Soul Search Expo in Concord today. It has been quite the exciting day, nonstop all day. So thank you for your patience as we finished talking. John just a few seconds ago was autographing books. So we're happy to be here, and I'm going to let John take it away. I don't want to take away any of his time.
Okay. Hey, Scott, how long do you want me to talk?
We've got you down for like 40 minutes, if that's okay.
So fine. I want everybody to know the reason I had limited time. Thanks for putting me up here. I'm on Coast to Coast tonight at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
I'll be talking a different talk all about AI and how it's affecting us and how we can use it for advantage and the dangers of it and a lot of other stuff. You know, part of AI, one of the dangers of it is that people's brains are going to get really lazy. And lazy brains means more Alzheimer's, more dementia. And I'm just so excited to be sharing this because the research just came in about 2 weeks ago. A 10-year Harvard study showed that they found a way to prevent Alzheimer's,
Wow.
to treat Alzheimer's. And it was something that I have promoted on your show for so many years that I've been coming on the Saturday Night Lives. And it's called lithium. And it's the only form of lithium, not what doctors prescribe. That's toxic to the body, but it's lithium orotate. And thank goodness I discovered it back when I am a researcher, and I discovered it back in over 50 years, not 50 years, when I was 50, 74 now. So that was 24 years ago. I had early stage Parkinson's, and it was one of the benefits. One of the things I think that was instrumental in helping me reverse that. Also, it was taking easy to digest amino acids was a big part of it to restore my brain function. Not that my brain wasn't working, but when your body's shaking whenever you think, it's not a good thing. So that's good news. Everybody should know it. You can look it up. Harvard study, lithium orotate for the brain. Fantastic. We're all getting a little older. And if you want to be smarter, start earlier.
Yeah. Well, definitely, several of us will listen to you at Coast to Coast, 10 p.m. Pacific time tonight. And certainly any other thoughts that you do have about AI. We've done several shows on relational AI. So if you do have some thoughts you want to share on that, John, we certainly would love to hear.
Well, I'll do that on the show tonight. This is one of the best days of my life. So I just want to share what I want to share.
Okay, great. Whatever you like.
I think it will be perfect for everybody. You know, I'm finishing a book. I'm on my 5th edit of a book that I wrote, which is called "For Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, for Women Only," and it's "Be Happy with or Without a Man." And this is. Did you hear that? Yes, you heard that. Yeah, be happy. She stopped. That's a good sign. How to be happy with or without a man. That's all right. It's okay. We're all a group here. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Be happy with or without a man. But it's written just for women because it's women who have the power to transform men. One point I didn't finish in my talk I just gave was, you know, if you have a son, he's a teenager, and, you know, teenagers, boys are not always so neat and tidy. We're under, what is it? Cologne. I remember when, as a teenager, I started wearing cologne when I became interested in girls. It's one of the major motivators in men from the ancient time is to provide for a woman and your children. One of my friends, darn, I wish I could remember his name right now, but I'm in this talk. But I just watched his interview today, and he was interviewing one of the Bushmen. And he goes to the Bushmen in Africa and does these interviews. And this one, he was saying, so tell us, what's the purpose of your life? What's it about? And these are very traditional males, no influence of modern psychology or feminism or anything like that. And you get to what is the essence of these more primitive, we could call people, indigenous people of Africa, the Bushmen. And he was saying, oh, my purpose is to get food and protect my wife and my children. Then when I was writing Men Are From Mars, I remember trying to figure out, okay, I wanted to find very simply the purpose of masculine side of us. Now, as I know a lot of people get offended when I talk about male or female, aren't we all the same? No, we're not the same. And anybody can challenge me. I've got the research to back everything up. It's been 40 years me teaching these ideas. But it's still offensive because people think it's sexist to say that men and women are different, because there's so many ways we are the same. And no way am I saying women have limited intelligence or men have limited ability to feel love. But I will say that when a man does not have a woman's love, his ability to feel love is somewhat limited. We'll put it that way. And that relationships are all about women feeling I need help. Because if you're a bushwoman and you're in the jungles, you need help. And we men were born to provide that help, to protect you. And every day, our purpose is to go get food for you. And then he asked him, do you guys even know, do you ever feel unhappy? He says, occasionally, if an animal gets away, maybe for a little while. What's the longest? And, he said, very short. And then he said, well, do you have depression or anxiety? They didn't have a translation for that. They didn't have any of that. And they had to explain that you could be like that feeling of unhappy for days, for months, for years. They couldn't even imagine it. Then when they talked about suicide, they never heard of such. They couldn't believe it, that no one would want to kill themselves. It was like the most unusual, crazy idea ever. So I'm just talking about, we get down to the basics of our biology because we've evolved through that. And the biology of a man is to provide for a woman. Now that's all changed today. What's happening today is that women don't really need us to provide food for them. So what's our role? The Bush move would be, what? You can get food in the grocery store. You don't need me. It's like we're out of work. So now let's just look at that point of view for a moment, because I know that the women listening are concerned about their sons. For sure. Maybe not the men they don't care about, but the sons, or maybe their husband. Is that if you look at the biology of a male at puberty, naturally, his testosterone levels will increase 20 times. So see, you get an adolescent. This is very different from a child, a little boy, very sensitive, vulnerable, all those things like a little girl. But you take a boy, he's designed to have his testosterone levels go up 20 times. Now, one of the big differences between a grown man and a woman, if you're happy, kind of want to say if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. But if you're a man and you're happy and you have motivation and you have focus and you have enough power and confidence in yourself to make a commitment to provide for a woman, to provide for a family, to create this world the way you want it to be. If you have that biology, if you don't have that biology, you won't feel those things. Any man who feels good, motivated, focused, open-hearted, always has 10 to 20 times more testosterone than a woman. And when a woman is in love with a man, she'll have 10 to 20 times more estrogen than a man. These are female male hormones. That's what we call them, female male hormones, because women need and must make 10 to 20 times more. It comes down to biology. The testosterone allows men to plant the seed and allows women to receive the seed. If a woman doesn't have twice as much estrogen as normal, she's not going to make a baby. This is called feminine energy and masculine energy. If we go beyond just looking at the biology of women need to make 10, 20 times more estrogen at certain times of the month. It turns out that her hormones are changing all throughout the month. For men, it goes up and down every day. We have a cycle every day. Our testosterone goes up, it goes down, then it comes back up if we take our cave time, which is a cliche of Mars, Venus. Then for fulfillment, we need to have a family, take care of them, do something for them, or at least aspire to achieve a goal so that we can in the future do that. This is our motivation. And it's reinforced because one of the most enjoyable things for a man, one of many, is to make love. And if you want a woman to make love with you, you have to provide for her. You have to do nice things for her. You have to listen to her. You have to understand her. You have to recognize what her needs are, which unfortunately most men have no idea about. And why is that? Because women's needs have primarily changed. If you talk to the bush woman, she just wants her husband to be out in the woods all day and bring home the food. And they'll have sex and then they'll go to sleep. When I was living in the Amazon, not with the bush people, but in the Ashwar Indians, they have their huts around the little village and so forth. At night, I go out and was surprised to hear that many couples were having sex. This is a very common thing. They didn't go out to dinner. They didn't have romantic gestures that you could see at least. But they were very sexually activated people when in their private moments together in their hut. So sex doesn't have to go away. But why did they have such strong sex desire for each other when it was appropriate to express? If it's a primitive thing, it's necessary to make babies. Civilization can't exist. Evolution can't occur unless we reproduce. So the strongest urges are eat and have sex. As we evolve up the scale, Maslow talked about this, which is that we have our survival security needs. And that's pretty much what the Bushman was providing, survival and security. Then what happens is, Maslow talked about this, which is we have new needs. So like the need to feel self-esteem, that's a big one. Look what I can do. Look what I can accomplish. Look how good I am. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Those are self-esteem needs. And if you don't have an opportunity to measure yourself, to build your self-esteem, then you'll be unhappy. You need that something to build your self-esteem, just like you need food, just like you need hot water, just like you need shelter. These become just as important. Along with that is the need for autonomy, to feel sovereign. You just had, all the free energy and stuff. Finally, that will come out. I'm so happy about that eventually, because that makes us all sovereign. People who want to control, the control addicts don't want to give that to you. They don't want you to have it because they want to control you. This is the dysfunctional evil forces in the universe. But we're rising above that. The technology is there. I personally know 3 inventors that already have free energy, but I've read about the 20 who have all died from it. They murder them, they kill them. They do not want that competition. But anyway, coming back to our relationships, we all need, it's a basic need to feel autonomous, to feel self-sufficient. This is what women are feeling a lot today, is self-sufficiency. Look what I can do. It's an evolutionary thing. But once you have a sense of belonging, which I'm in a group, and then I also have my sense of autonomy, there's an evolution here, and it goes into the need for partnership, romantic partnership to make a baby. It takes romantic partnership to make a baby. And so you make the baby. That's a stage of development. The more your lower needs are fulfilled, the higher needs become more and more important to you. So what we have today is, basically, what are our emotional needs? It's the emotional needs that destroy marriage and to keep our relationships from thriving and surviving. So how do we create that emotional fulfillment for both men and women? So then I've written books on this, which is the bottom line is women have a list of needs to produce estrogen. Men have a list of needs that produce testosterone. So if you just look at this logically speaking, if women can learn what men need to produce testosterone, you're going to have a happier, better guy who's more in love with you. And men, if you learn how to give a woman the stimulation and the support that will raise her estrogen, then she's going to love you more. So then it behooves us to figure out what are the ways we can do to balance our hormones inside. Because when I say balance, what I mean is, and this is, again, biology, it's science, it's measurable, is that anytime the body is making a stress hormone, making the stress hormone cortisol, most people are familiar with the term, it's a hormone. Testosterone is a hormone, estrogen is a hormone. Well, guess what the difference between men and women is that I primarily focus on? Whenever a man's testosterone is low and a woman's estrogen, when a man's testosterone is low and his own estrogen is high, cortisol will be produced in his body. Now, somebody says, well, how high does my testosterone have to be? How high does my estrogen? What's too high? It's different for everybody. All you know is that whenever your cortisol is being produced, you have very low testosterone and your estrogen is like a woman's. So this is, people don't understand this. Estrogen goes along with feeling emotion, feeling I need help, I need support, I want this, I need this. That's our estrogen side. That's why if you're getting what you need, your estrogen goes up. We can see that for women, when they're talking about their feelings, sharing feelings, feeling understood, feeling respected, feeling heard, feeling important, feeling cared for, their estrogen goes up. That's called foreplay. That's called foreplay outside the bedroom. You want to raise her estrogen up so she can even be interested in making love, if you want to do that as a couple, and might want to make babies. You have to, these are the basics of life. Now we have this understanding, which is, it's like a blinding light of simplicity. If we just look at these complicated messes that everybody gets into in their relationships, where they behave like children. Now, let me say that again. I've done it. You did this. Yeah, but I did that because you did that. That's like not even abstract thinking. That's like a 8-year-old. But we do it. And why do we do it? And we get our feelings hurt. Okay, we get our feelings hurt. Oh, you said that hurt my feelings. Well, I get it. My feelings can be hurt too. Everybody's feelings can get hurt. But what part of your brain is activated that time? You're in stress, and a part of your brain has been hijacked, and you're behaving like a child. The last thing you ever want to say to a man is, you hurt my feelings. This is the guy who only wants to protect you and support you. Of course, his testosterone is a crash. He just failed. Or a guy who says to a woman, well, you're nuts. You don't make sense. You shouldn't be upset about that. You're making a big deal out of nothing. He thinks if he says to you, well, that's crazy. That doesn't make sense. Don't worry about that. He thinks he's helping you. Is he helping you? No, he's not helping you. Who feels help when somebody makes you wrong? So these are simple things that hard for people to remember. I get this is not easy, but the knowledge of it's easy. Easier said than done. But with practice, you can do it, but you got to have the right direction. So let's say a couple's having a bit of an argument. See, if a woman, her experience as a woman, if she has had this experience, some women haven't, but I'll give you an experience of women in my counseling office. If a woman's upset about something and she can talk about it, and I'm a good listener and I ask some questions, she'll feel better right away. It will be no big deal after that. Things are a big deal, then they're not a big deal. That's because cortisol levels decreased. Now, everybody's had days you go, oh, I made such a big deal out of that. I'm kind of embarrassed. I shouldn't have been upset about that. I wish I hadn't been upset at that. I'm going to try. I'm a more enlightened person. I don't want these things to upset me. That's just cortisol. It hijacks your brain. At that time, you do not have free will. You don't have free will. Your brain will it's just taken over. You can't be optimistic when cortisol levels are being produced. If I said there's a terrorist attack or a fire alarm goes off, you're going to run for the exit. Danger, danger, danger. You're not going to think, everything's probably all right. It's probably a false alarm. I'll just sit here and relax. No, your brain's going to go to the worst possible thing that can happen. Well, that's what we all do when cortisol is being produced. So how do you take away this in your relationships? This craziness that can go on that causes couples to get a divorce, people who love each other, people who stop having sex with each other, but they love each other. They enjoyed that so much. Why can't they keep having it? What's going on? They're shut down to their emotions. They're not feeling safe. Women do not feel safe when men get angry with them, or when men are petty, when men get annoyed, when men get bugged, when men make stupid statements like, you're crazy, you don't make sense. What's wrong with you? Why would you be upset about that? These are like, we have to listen to our words and realize they affect people. And from the female side of it, women will always want to help men. They always want to help you. If you just did it this way, then that wouldn't be the case. Or if you wouldn't do this, you could do that. Well, this is what you should do. She's just trying to help. And it's all loving intention. But many men don't want you to give advice or help or tell them what they're doing wrong and tell them what they should be doing unless they ask. Unless they ask. Even my children, they still come to me and talk because they know I'm never going to give them advice unless they almost beg for it. Because we have the knowledge within us. We have the intuition, the knowing inside of us. We just need the safety and the support to access that. Particularly the knowledge comes from women. In Tibet, the understanding in Tibet is that the female side of life, of each of us has a male and a female side. The female side is the wisdom, Sophia. It's that'd be Greek, but still it's Sophia, it's the wisdom. The male side of us is compassion. Well, what I found in the research for this new book, which is Be Happy for Women Only, but it's Be Happy for With or Without a Man, is in the research I found that, of course, when a man is in a situation where he feels safe and his strength is needed to solve a problem, okay, so his testosterone is up and there's a woman and she needs his help, what will happen depending on how much she needs his help, and it all has to do with depending on how much she needs his help, his testosterone will surge if he gets the message or feels I can help, and she believes he can help. Then in that case, something amazing, miraculous happens. This is called women asking for help. Is his blood flow will go to the, it will go to the prefrontal cortex, the left prefrontal cortex, and he will be optimistic. And he will also go to another part of the brain that activates him to be of service. This is your basic idea of a fireman or a soldier. You know, if I'm in need, I'll give up my life for you. And why do I do it? Because I have compassion. The compassion is what motivates men at the highest level. It's a selflessness that we all have inherent in us. Certainly there's a selfishness. We have to take care of ourselves first so that we can then take care of others. But in the act of taking care of others, we lose ourself. And this is the ultimate of the spiritual journey, which is, you know, I remember when I was a younger man, I thought I was all enlightened at 28 after being a monk for 9 years, being celibate, meditating 15, 18 hours a day. I was in ecstatic bliss and all that great stuff because I felt I am one. I'm one with the all. I am one with God. I'm one with the universe. I'm one with everybody. God is everywhere. God is everything. Now, then what is it, 30 years later, then I have the spiritual experience. I don't exist. There's no me. All there is God, but there's no me in it. Before there was I am that. Okay. And then there was that I am that's inside of me. And then it's I'm both. And then eventually evolves into there's no me. Well, you can have that no me experience without 50 years of meditation experience by loving a woman. It's an amazing experience if you learn how to open her heart. Because when you can give to a woman and something she needs, what occurs is your mirror neurons are wide open and you can feel what she needs. You can feel what she feels. You can feel her 20 times more estrogen than you. You're connecting with your female side through her, yet you're doing it by taking action for her. And so your testosterone up, your estrogen up, and that's called orgasm. Basically, life can be orgasmic in the Indian tradition. That would be called ecstatic, and at least my experience, it's called ecstasy. But it also was often called bliss. But bliss was something I experienced years and years ago. And I wondered, why did it go away? Because bliss was all about, I am experiencing bliss. I am experiencing bliss. And then there's this, that's called blissed out. I think the Tibetans call it blisters. Because it's all about me, me, me. I'm so great. I feel so good. I feel so good. As opposed to feeling so good, but there's no me. That's the ultimate. It's not like, oh, I'm God. It's that God is everything. Who am I? Nothing. I don't exist. Yet God works through each of us. God's working through you right now listening. God's working through me. God's working through everything. So on that level of life, there's no free will. See, once you realize there's no self that has free will. Everything is God. But God created our ego inside so that we could choose to create our ego inside so that we could, when we're suffering, this is the answer why they're suffering, so that when we're suffering or when we make mistakes, the ego says, this is not comfortable. And so what the ego does, it says, what's a better way to do this? And in connecting with a better way to do this, you're connecting with the intelligence of God, which is wisdom. And when you connect with the intelligence of God, And now God, through your little ego, realizes itself in this individualized form. I don't know if everybody got that. I can't say I'm perfect at saying it all. It's, you can have all these spiritual experiences. You can't always put it into the right words or the words, but I try to do it. But it's just such a beautiful experience. And due to my meditation experience, having that experience is one thing, having no self and yet having a self also. I'm thinking about not Norman Vincent Peale, but the Think and Grow Rich guy. He was writing about, he was an amazing guy. He's had a huge lasting influence in the world. And Napoleon Hill, thank you. So with Napoleon, he was talking about one of his books, which isn't so popular, I think, not one that's not so read by everybody, but he's talking about where he got the courage to do all these wild things he did without knowing. He had to act as if, because he had this other self. He said, the other self just told me to do it. The other self. Well, that other self, that's source consciousness. That's soul. People always wonder about soul and what's the difference between soul and spirit. Well, it's my experience. I'll just talk my experience is soul is my source consciousness. It's still me. It's over there, but it's another consciousness that's been gathering wisdom over lifetimes. And through it can connect with this guy sitting above me, just a mirror image of me right above me right now. And that's my spirit. My spirit is connected right to the universal intelligence. But the soul, when you connect with your soul, then you can have access to universal intelligence. Then universal intelligence gets to experience itself through you, seeing universal intelligence by the ego connecting with the soul through the spirit. And now you don't exist, but you realize in that universal intelligence that your ego is just illusion within the illusion. So also something else I wanted to share with everybody, because it's very popular today, which is, I see it all the time. I don't know, maybe just the YouTube things I watch, but all about, everybody's talking about the simulation. I think this is because they all play video games. It's the stupidest thing for me. Excuse me I don't mean to offend. My life is not a video game. My God, this life is God expressing itself through all of us. It's not some person designing a software and a video game. It's the universal intelligence of God. And so when you have this whole simulation, what they're talking about is the Maya, and the Maya is the illusion. The illusion is that I'm making these decisions. A great way to describe it in a metaphor is, I'm just a little wave, you're just a little wave, we're all just little waves in a massive ocean. And as a wave, you do not control the currents. Everything inside. This is what Jung was getting at when he was talking about in his work with archetypes. We're all born with certain archetypes, etc., coming through us, what we're doing, our lives, what it's like. But this is moving all of us. We think as, I decided to do this, I decided to do that. That's all just illusion, but it has to be there for God to know itself through us realizing that we're one with the God. So it's like a reflection. So I want to give you this sense of, through meditation, one of the things is dharana, dhyan, samadhi, and then sanyama. And dharana is you're like focusing on something. That's your first stage of meditation. Then you get into the flow, something called nirodha. It's the space between two thoughts. Now you're in the flow. Everything's flowing out of you. You're creating your life. And then if you're creating your life, then everything that you're creating in your life, which is God creating through you, but it's already inside of you. Okay, the words I'm speaking were already there somewhere in the unmanifest form, taking form through my words. Everything we do came from somewhere. If you realize that in between every thought, every action is a space, and that's what's called in the Yoga Sutras, the Nirodha. So now that it's flowing through, and if it's flowing through, then it's always already within. So that's the state where you're in the unmanifest and you're in the manifest at the same time. That's the state where you have no self and also the self, this little ego. But the ego is free to have free will. See, free will, it's an illusion, but within the illusion, you have free will. That's the thing I'm getting at, is within the illusion of life, there is free will. And in that free will, we have a state, just everybody listening right now, anybody talking, to know scientifically what we now know is that whenever you're producing cortisol, the stress hormone, you lose free will in this illusion of that we have free will. And it's only through the action of free will, through making choices that correct your life. In the Catholic religion, that would be by feeling guilt. It would be confessing. It would be saying, I made a mistake. I don't want to do it again. Well, who are you talking to when you say I made a mistake? I'm talking to God. God, I made a mistake. I need your help to correct. So now you're connecting with the God, and the God is now correcting through you. The intelligence, more intelligence is coming through you. We're always evolving, moving forward, progressing, and so forth. So we want to have free will and to be able to choose. So I want to tell a little story my daughter told me the other day. And that is the story of one of my relatives. I love my family very much. And one of my relatives was hurt. A young woman, she was hurt because I forgot to call her on her birthday. And she felt hurt. And she's talking to my daughter about it. And my daughter says, you know, John is a guy and he doesn't think about those things. He doesn't even celebrate his own birthday, right? You have to remind him of these things. He doesn't think that way. That's who he is. I won't say all guys are that way, but she's talking about her dad. I forget those things. I don't celebrate my own birthday. So it's not a big deal to me. And now in the context of today, I was never born anyway. How do I think about birthdays? So I enjoy myself too. The no self, non-self, whatever. But hurt's a real feeling. It's a feeling in the primitive part of the brain. When we're feeling hurt, we're about 6 years old before we develop our prefrontal cortex to not take everything personally. But, you know, we all have it. We get our feelings hurt. So this is what my daughter said to her. She's so brilliant, and you can learn more about her brilliance at marsvenus.com. This is for women only. There's a class called Understanding Men. So she was helping this young woman understand men, and particularly her dad, Lauren's dad. And she said, you know, he doesn't remember those things. And also, if you called him up and said, hey, I'm in town and I really miss you, would you take me out to dinner and help me go shopping in San Francisco? He would immediately say, absolutely, no question, no doubt. And she went, huh. And then Lauren said to her, you know, right now, you have a choice. You can choose to feel hurt about John, or you can choose to appreciate all that he's always done for you in the past. And that's your choice. And I think because Lauren gave her the understanding of how I'm different from her, this young woman, it allowed her to now, oh, I was taking it personally. I was taking it the wrong way. Now stress goes down. Somebody heard you, understood you. Stress goes down. And then she could say, yeah. And she could choose to appreciate and not be upset about it. Choice is there, but we as human beings do not have choice when our hormone cortisol is being produced. Now, this is scientific. It's proven. Your brain goes to pessimistic points of the brain. Your brain gets locked into negative thinking. Your brain is called hijacked. They're called distortions of the brain occur. Anytime you make a big deal out of something, it's a distortion of the brain. For example, most of you in this audience know that if you're worried about death, that's nonsense. You don't die. We keep going on. And if you have no self, you weren't born anyway, so you can't die. I told you it's one of my favorite days ever. This is a new talk. I was just writing I was editing this book. Okay. I've been editing it 5 times. And over, trying to shorten it down, and then making it bigger, and then trying to shorten it down. And then suddenly I wrote out this thing I just shared with you today. It was quite wonderful. I'm really thrilled because I always wanted to be able to describe my experience as opposed to just saying, you know, the other self guides me. And, you know, my mother used to tell me this all the time, which is, you know, it's my higher self talking now, you know, so that was very sweet. Now I have the another way of looking at that. And I always wanted to know the difference between soul and spirit. And that's so clear as I was writing it out. Thing as a writer is your words to articulate experience become clearer when you write out. Now, Scott, I don't know how much more time I have, so I need to regulate that. For you, I can take as long as you want. I worked it out.
Like 5 minutes, five,
Okay.
6, 7, something like that.
I'll set it down to 5. All right. So having said that, we want to have free will. We want to have, what happens is many times we get upset and we're stuck upset. You want to get out of it, but you can't. You just keep feeling anxious, or you feel depressed, or you feel mad, and you don't want to feel that way, but you still do. You have no freedom. This is the real freedom. I have to throw in one other idea real quick, which is everybody, they interpret Maya. There's many ways to interpret Maya illusion. And I'm using these terms because I know this audience has heard them and knows them. And Maya is the illusion. The big illusion that's most practical for everybody to look at is not whether this is a simulation and it's an illusion, which means nothing. What does that do to your life? I'll tell you what is the real illusion, is that when you're upset, you're believing a lie. Whenever you're upset, you're believing a lie. There's nothing to be upset about. You have the solutions within you. It's only when we lose our confidence and our trust that we can get the solutions that we're upset. That's cortisol. Cortisol only gets produced in men primarily when they lose confidence, they can't solve a problem. For women, cortisol gets produced when they don't trust they can get what they need. Those are the two things, big issues. So when we're not connected with our truth, then we're upset. When we're upset, we're not connected to our truth. When we're upset, we know now biologically your brain's being possessed. And that's a whole nother subject, but we'll just stick with psychology. There's 12 different ways that the brain is hijacked, and you're not coming from your heart. So when a man is ever not coming from his heart, his testosterone is really low and his estrogen is really high. And for women, whenever she's not coming from her heart, her estrogen is really low and she's testosterone is really high compared to kind of normal levels, that they're average levels. There's a range, for men, testosterone would be 400 to 1100, whatever the number is after that. But, there's men around now that are 200, 300. And even if you had it when you went to your test, all it takes is to be an argument with your wife and it will go right down. Goes right down. Anytime you're angry as a man, your estrogen's shooting up, your testosterone's going down. Anytime a woman doesn't feel safe, upset, her estrogen's going down, her testosterone's going up. So what can we do? We want to get married. We want to be in a relationship with somebody who we dearly love, who opens our heart more than anybody. And we want to earn that as men, and women, you want to be able to pull that out of a man. That's why I'm writing these 6 books that I've just written. Which this year in January, I just sat down and wrote, it was the Kumbh Mela, I think of 700 million people all together. The planets were lined up and I just sat down and I wrote thousands of pages and wrote 6 books. Now I have to go through the process of editing them. They're just getting longer and longer. I think it's going to turn into 10 books. But I'll give you a little taste of what's coming. And that is, this is Be Happy With or Without a Man. The next one is Why Men Fall in Love and Stay in Love. The next one is what to do or not do when a man pulls away. The next one is for women only over 40. Oh, the next one is for strong women, strong independent women. There's so many challenges women that women never had to fuss with when you depended on men for your survival and security. Now, when you don't depend on men for survival and security and they're out of work, and now at work you're making more money than them, or you're making equal money to them, a whole new set of problems happens. If you're making more, it's one set of problems. And if you're making equal, it's another set of problems. If you're making less, it's another set of problems. The more traditional problems are just when you're depending on him. But now it changes everything. So I handle all those situations because I've been doing this almost 45 years, all this relational stuff. And you see all these problems that people have. And from my point of view, they're all solvable, almost all. I mean, well, the problems are solvable. It doesn't mean everybody's going to stay married. I mean, it could be that, somebody just doesn't want to travel anymore and they want to go off with somebody who does want to travel. There's sometimes practical reasons, but their hearts are fully open. And to me, the real issue is, are you still sexually attracted to your partner? If you're not, that means you need better communication skills. That means your heart has closed at a deep level. And maybe on the open heart, you're good, you wish them well, they're fine. but at a deep level, you've closed your heart. And then it's easy to open it up to a stranger, but but your stuff eventually will come up and you'll deal with it. Anyway, that was 5 minutes. I invite you all to come to marsvenus.com, check it out, learn more about lithium orotate.
I've pulled it up, John. So let's take a moment and just go through here a little bit, because there's so many important things that you've got going on here. Here is right at the very, very top. I assume that's what you're talking about. And people can order for women and for men. I'm going to click on for women because the majority of our audience are women. And there it is, the Mars Venus supplement with lithium. And John, this really looks important.
Yeah, it's lithium orotate. That's the most important thing, very unique. And then, of course, things other people know about. They work well together. Ashwagandha, saffron, which takes away. Saffron's even being used for depression. I mean, amazing benefits. Berberine help balance your blood sugar. These are all real powerful things that I've seen over my years to help people. So that's one thing we have there. The other thing we have there is the understanding men course for women only. And then we also have another course, which is Secrets of Great Sex. And thanks for showing that. That's nice. I want, if people are interested in my ideas, not too offended by them, that they can come and learn more. It's a controversial subject. I understand, what children are being indoctrinated. If you say anything different about men and women, you're now a bad person. I do these podcasts, Scott, and these young guys are going, how do you say this stuff without people getting mad at you? I said, well, people do get mad at me, but it was the biggest selling book. It still is.
One of the things that I love is that you teach with your daughter. You and Lauren are who leads these courses. So again, you go to marsvenus.com, then go to courses, and that's where you can learn about understanding men and how to get more me time with Lauren. And of course, John's classic on secrets to great sex.
And that is, that for those of you that Tony Robbins, I would give a 4-hour talk at Tony Robbins, primarily on sex. It was the hit of the show. I mean, for years, people come up to me. Did you see it? Were you there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk. It's like X-rated. We don't ever mention that. Okay. They say, put it on the video. Anyway, what you get is a little bit more of a G-rated version, R-rated version, in my class on Secrets of Great Sex. I've learned I can't say everything. Otherwise, people really get mad at you.
I also want to just point out your books. I mean, this man is so prolific. So again, we're on his website, marsvenus.com/books. And look at how many books this man has written. Of course, I'll start with the classic, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. But he's got all these other ones. Mars and Venus on a Date, Mars and Venus in the Bedroom, Starting Over, Together Forever, Colliding. It's really amazing how many different variations of this incredibly important understanding that John has. And you'll find all of these books by going to his website, marsvenus.com/books.
Scott, I appreciate you saying all that so much, but I want to also say that just reading this one called Beyond Mars and Venus, or just the classic, for men, just read the classic Men Are From Mars. Okay, that's really what you want to do, is give these books to your wife, because she can bring out the best of you or ruin you. It's so easy to train a man. You got to educate a woman from someone they're not married to, but a wife, by asking for the support she needs and the right way, which is what I teach, you'll bring out the best in a man. As I said, it opens his compassion when he's approached as he's the hero instead of like the loser.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I guess the one that you said, if it's not the original one, the one that you're recommending is Beyond Mars and Venus.
Yeah, see what that is, that's got all the science, because, today you need to have the science to back up the ideas. It's all based upon how women's hormones are changing at different times of the month, the kind of support they need at those different times, what a man can do to help her, what a man particularly does that unhelps her, that makes it worse. There's what he can do to help. And once people really, for men, just read Men Are From Mars, because some of the basic ideas are take your cave, listen to her better, understand the point system, which is you don't have to do a lot of big things, do a lot of little things. And, my later books are fantastic in terms of all these little ways that you can build intimacy in your relationship that I didn't even know when I wrote Men Are From Mars. But Men Are From Mars is the classic guide for men, and of course for women too. And then the whole thing about hormones understanding a woman's hormones is important. And also for men, I shouldn't exclude that. I'm just saying if women, you want a better relationship with a man, Men Are From Mars, put that book around, enjoy reading it. Don't put it on him, but just have it around. But as a man, writing Men Are From Mars was the best. Writing Beyond Mars and Venus was the best experience for me because I learned about how to increase my masculinity, how to free me from anger, how to free me from laziness, how to free me from procrastination, how to use my relationship to motivate me to do things. It was all understanding this crisis we're under today, which is low testosterone in men. The crisis. Now, after writing that book, my testosterone levels, without taking testosterone, without taking herbs for testosterone, not against those things, although I wouldn't want to take testosterone, otherwise I lose my testes. That's a nice way of saying it. But there are good herbs. Tonkat Ali and a variety of other herbs are really good. I used to take them a long time ago when I needed them. I'm 74 years old now. I can't even take those. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to walk around. It's doesn't have to go down as you get older. Once you start understanding how to strengthen your masculinity, you simple things would be. But I know time's running out. I don't want you to go over time here. But one simple thing is anything that pumps your estrogen up when your testosterone is low, then that's gonna knock your testosterone even lower. So what are things that make estrogen for a man is whenever you do what you feel like doing. I say this because we're all following Joseph Campbell, which is do what you feel like doing, and that's not, what was it? What did he call it?
Follow your bliss.
Yeah, follow your bliss. Do not follow your bliss. Take action and bliss will follow you.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
I love that.
A new book. It's the next book.
I love that. One last thought for you, John. I agree. I
didn't finish that point, though.
Oh,
It was
I'm
just a
sorry.
clever thing. It was when you do what you feel like doing, you're making estrogen. Now, I feel like doing this talk. I'm making estrogen, but also I'm working. I'm solving a problem. They have a purpose. I have a mission. And I love Joseph Campbell. So when he's saying follow your bliss, he's a man. So he also talks about your quest in life. You've got to achieve your goals. You've got to go through the grime and the dirt of it all. You go down before you go up. I mean, it's a brilliant whole thing, but you could easily misinterpret as a man, I'm going to follow my bliss and just do what makes me happy. No, you got to do what's right, and the bliss will follow you.
Absolutely. Taking action. I'm 69. I work 7 days a week between coaching and my volunteer work, and I love it. I have a very fulfilling life. Here's a thought for you that you might enjoy. I agree. I don't believe that the Big Bang was when some higher intelligence pressed enter on a big computer. But I like what Jude Curvin says. I don't know if you know Jude, but she says it wasn't a big bang, it was a big breath. And I really love that perspective, which of course is leading into her whole theory about the unit of consciousness that we're moving into. So
great, thank you. That's lovely.
Yeah. John, thank you. It is always such a pleasure to have you with us.
Yeah.
Get a good dinner, get a little rest, and we'll look forward to listening to you at 10 p.m. California time, 12 noon Mountain or Central, 1 o'clock Eastern on Coast to Coast tonight with George Norrie.
Oh, cool. George isn't going to be there. Another woman but I'll be there. I'll be talking about AI and what goes along with AI.
You're the one we're going to be listening to, so it doesn't really matter if George is there.
Okay. Thanks so
Thanks,
much,
John.
Thanks everybody for listening.
All right. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
And here is the lovely Barbara Tintori, my co-hostess with the mostess.
How do I follow that?
Oh, you don't. We give thanks for John Gray.
You
All
just
hail
did.
John
Yeah,
Gray.
This,
Absolutely.
lots of this and this. It's amazing.
We're going to go to.
I'm sorry to say he's been speaking here since 5 o'clock and then jumped onto here, and now he's going to go speak elsewhere. And
John is a force of nature. He's amazing.
Amazing. What a gift.
We're going to go to Omar Shar for a song in a moment, but I want to let our audience know that then we will go back to Nama a little bit later on in the show and get his slides. And coming up, we've got two wonderful soul searchers. We've got Reverend Annie and we've got Dennis. And Annie is going to be available to do readings, and Dennis will do healings. So if you're interested in getting a reading, this is to our Zoom room audience. If you're interested in getting a reading from Annie, send me a private message, okay, in the chat box during the Omashar song. And if you're interested in getting a healing from Dennis, likewise, put that in the chat box. Scott, I want a healing and maybe what it is that's going on with you, or Scott, I want a reading and what's going on with you. And we will be back with Barbara and the Soul Searchers right after a mid-show Omashar song.
The open roads of this brand new start, the peace that flows through this loving heart, 'cause freedom comes with letting go. This life renewed, new seeds to sow. So take my hand, I'm with you now. Relax yourself, your furrowed brow. The past has gone, so say hello. No looking back, onward we go. This is the life awaiting us, with family supporting us. The sword of truth has cleared the way for us to rise our brand new day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-dum-dum, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, new mountain peaks for us to climb, new roads to walk, no reason why. It's time to know that we are one, with all of life, the central sun. And this is the life awaiting us, with family supporting us. The sword of truth has cleared the way for us to rise our brand new day. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Did you see how many people are singing to it and moving and waving to it, Omashar?
Man,
That song, the lyrics of that song are so precious.
it's a balm to my heart, and it's a complete circuit. It just makes me feel alive when I'm singing it, seeing everyone connecting with it. Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
seeing Barbara and is that
Reverend Annie.
Reverend Annie? Hey, beautiful. It was funny because just before the song you said Barbara and the Soul Searchers. It sounded like a band, right?
Didn't you get the memo?
I did not.
Sing though.
I beg your pardon? Yeah.
What am I supposed to sing?
Your backup
You are.
dancers.
Anyway, lovely to meet you. And thank you. Onward we go. Onward we
Yep.
go.
Thank you, Omashar. And thank you, Desiree. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Omashar will be back with one more song tonight. So stick around. We're not even halfway through the show.
Yay.
So welcome, Barbara, and I'll let you introduce Reverend Annie.
Yes, I'm so excited. First of all, I just want to say to Omashar that, we're here in the hotel in a public space, and the people who were hearing and feeling your music and just kind of walking by and stopping, like, what's happening? It was really beautiful. So
Thank you. It's a moment of connection. I know, right? Rippling out into the world.
absolutely. So thank you for that. So as you all know, we at Soul Search, we have an amazing family here, a family of all sorts of practitioners and healers and readers and psychics and mediums, and you name it, we have it. And once you are really come to a show and you start to work with us, we do become like a family. It is heart-centered, it is genuine. We seem to attract and align those with whom we share, those heart values. And we've formed friendships over the years that, genuinely, it warms my heart every time I see this beautiful woman at one of our shows. She was tirelessly working today in Concord at our expo here. She not only had a booth front and center and every time I went in to say hello, she was healing and channeling and reading and laughing and dancing and all sorts of things. And then she had an incredible talk packed to the gills of people just, hanging on her every word. So we feel so blessed and so lucky to have her. And for those of you who might be in the Bay Area, we're in Concord today. We will be in Concord tomorrow at the Concord Hilton. If today resonates with any of you and you would love to come meet Reverend Annie in person, and Dennis, who you will meet next, and me, we would love to see you. We would love to share this space with you. Without further ado, I will introduce this amazing woman to my right, Reverend Annie Batchelder. Reverend Annie has over 34 years, now 35 years, something, she started as a wee thing, as a gifted psychic and channeler and healer and spiritual teacher. Her natural abilities have really started when you were very young. They've been enriched through all of her many teachings, like awakening your light body, open. I have to look at my list here to remember them all because there are so many. Open to channel, how to read the Akashic records, healing self-doubt, to name a few. She's had many personal challenges in her life, which she might tell you about a little bit. But, things that people might struggle with overcoming. I think if it's okay for me to say,
Sure.
She was challenged with MS in her life. She had tubal pregnancies. She had certain experiences with adoption. She's kind of, been through it in this 3D experience, and knowing that everything happens for her, not to her, she was able to beautifully and powerfully channel the book. So I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. Right here, it's kind of backwards, but it does say Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. It basically is a book that offers guided exercises and teaches different skills, all based in Akashic records, to help you live a soul-fulfilled life. It is her mission and her passion to do that, and her talks reflect her book. They're full of joy, they're full of fun. Annie understands that fun is an integral part of our soul's journey, and she brings it to our shows in spades. And so I could keep gushing, but I will let Annie do her thing. I know she's going to be doing some readings for you all. And if you would
Yeah,
like,
and we've got two people who would really love to have readings from you. Is it
Oh,
okay?
very good. Good.
come front and center, Annie.
One of the things I wanted to do to get started and kind of set the energy, which I think is an important step, is to share the clearing energy and process with everybody. There's so much going on in this world today with politics and wars and whatnot. And I think it's good to come back to this process and clear ourselves with this. And so it's kind of a call and response, like repeat after me, and I will try to remember to speak slowly so that you can follow. So just relax into this and be in your heart. Calling the archangels, calling the Holy Spirit, calling the holy beings of love and the most high beings of light. Please hear me now and know my intentions for today. I ask your presence and power to be with me now. I ask for a drenching in the highest, clearest, 100% pure divine light. Open to cleansing and expansion. I release all discord and drama to the infinite powers of good. I hereby cancel all vows, pledges of allegiance, promises, and contracts that do not fulfill my highest purposes in this and in all past, parallel, and future lives. I command all entities connected to these contracts, organizations and associations, to cease to act, to leave now and forever my energy and consciousness field in retroactive fashion, taking with them any hooks, drains, attachments, or other interferences with my ever deepening connection with the divine. I willingly release everything that stands in the way of my receiving love, abundance, health, wealth, and divine inspiration. I respectfully ask for all that has been cleared to be returned to the divine. I declare myself to be fully free and present in this exact moment. And so it is.
And so it is.
All right. Who am I tuning into now?
Okay, well, first we're going to bring up Bridget, and then we'll bring up Nayla.
Very-
And they both have their cameras on, which is wonderful.
Oh,
So
thank you.
here is Bridget.
Very good. Hi, Bridget. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Hi, thank you for reading. Appreciate it.
Oh, good. Okay. Do you have a specific question?
Well, I guess I've just been on this journey. It sort of started out where I just thought all I really needed to do is figure out what I wanted to do for my next career. But it keeps getting deeper. I found out that I'm autistic, and then I found out that I had like this really messed up polyvagal system. So it keeps getting more complicated, and I just feel really stuck.
Okay. Now, you have yourself kind of diagnosed into a corner. And in one ways, the diagnosis is a freedom because there's a way to address it head on, and somebody else has been down this road before, and that's kind of freeing. And when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, that was really good because I was having trouble talking, and my balance was off, and my walking was wacky, and whatever. I needed answers like that, and there are so many creative impulses in you ready to come out. And there's this feeling I have in your heart, almost like it's burning underneath, because they're being held back, like with reins, like with a horse. This happens to be your ancestors. They're the ones going, don't do that. You could really throw it all off, or all you're gonna fall off the cliff. You're gonna, if you get too out there, you'll endanger yourself and you'll die. And your ancestors have put you forward as the front runner. You're the one paving the trail for those who follow you, so that when they reincarnate, they will be able to take the steps that you have so hard won for the entire group. And if you could see your ancestors right now, they're jumping up and down and clapping and stuff like that. And I feel like crying though for you when I put my focus on you. I feel like there are tears in there. And almost to know that there's a purpose for all of this struggling that it's been to even kind of go, what the heck is going on with me? And my sense is that your guides and the beings of light that are with you are really encouraging you to take some new steps and to do what's right for you, even if it's kind of off plan. Like a little, if it feels like a side loop, like maybe you're going to get it caught in this distraction, it's going to take you around, don't worry. The divine turns everything to good purpose for us. And she probably invented this side loop anyway. So, you're just following divine, kind of that pull, that instinct, that desire to reunite both with your soul and with the divine. In my work and in this book that I wrote, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness, they've encouraged us to embody our soul's light. So the 8th chakra is the soul chakra, and that's a little bit above the head. And let that light from your soul pour down over you and in you. Do you feel like the top of your head is burning kind of up here? Little hot spot?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. So that's what's happening to me, and usually that's like report that to the person you're reading for, the instruction there. But allow that soul chakra to pour down over you and in you and run all throughout your body. There you go. All the way down past the spine, down into the hip sockets. You can like take a breath when it gets to the hip sockets. Let it land there. That's good. Ah, yeah. Okay. Now finished expanding it and running it down the legs, into the ankles, the feet, and ground it into the center point of Mother Earth. And you may even feel as if Mother Earth is going, come on in, bring it on. I'm open. Like she wants to be part of this process. So the reason they're doing this is to give you both the upper grounding from the soul which you can also go right up to source or the divine, however you want to call it. And you can go down and be held steady in these 2 points. Yeah, okay. That softens the belly. That feeling of being stabilized between something as solid and dense as the earth, so it'll ground you, and also something as light-born as your soul and as the divine. And when you do this and you embody your soul's light, automatically the divine is on the scene within your reach, and she wants to connect with you. In my world, it's a she. I'm not looking for recruits. You can have your own. I honor your belief system, not a problem. But in doing this, embodying your soul's light, you access the divine. And it's very, very healing, both for the physical body and also for the emotions, the heart, and the calming. And I had a friend tell me once, she is having a lot of symptoms. She pretty much was sure that she had MS. I said, well, are you going to go to the doctor? And she said, no, because even if they diagnose me with this, they will never undiagnose me. And I found that I had to, when I healed from MS, and I haven't had any problems with it for 15 years, thank goodness, and that I have had to go back into my medical records with my doctors and say, I no longer have it. And I want that in my record so that they don't trap me in that image. And so maybe poke a little holes in some windows and doors, back doors in the diagnoses. Let the diagnoses help you in the ways that it will help. Maybe direct your research, change some habits, whatever is needed, right? But not to be defined by that. You don't have to wrap your identity around that, because your inner light is bright, it's strong, it's healthy, it's here. Yeah. Okay. And I would say exercise any kind of artistic instinct and thing that you can do. If you're just drawing with crayons, you want to draw in coloring books, if that makes you happy, if expressing that makes you happy. The interesting thing is the endorphins that are released when we're happy govern the immune system, and it will settle a lot of those issues down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love being creative. I feel like that's always a good thing.
Good. What's your favorite way to express that?
Well, I like drawing.
Good. Yay. Yay. Do you draw in like marking pens, paints?
Yeah, I've got all kinds of different things, lots of arts and crafts supplies. I just need to get started. Sometimes I feel like it's a big job and then I feel overwhelmed, so I don't start.
All you need is one color and one piece of paper. So simplify it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I know what that feels like. When I was really sick with MS and I had a lot of fatigue, some things just would just swamp my boat. It just looked like so much trouble to get a can of tuna out, right? I mean, it seems like ridiculously small, but it was significant at that time. And I understand well, in your case, it feels like you get kneecapped, right? Does that make sense?
I'm going to come in just because I'd really like to get one more reading in, and we're
Good.
already
Great.
so over time. So
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you so much.
absolutely. And thank you, Annie. Do you have the energy for one more person?
Absolutely.
Great. Okay. And if we can try and keep it to 5 or 6 minutes, just because we're going to have Ashok play some music after this as a little break before Dennis. So we're excited about that. Naila, make sure you
Nyla. Yeah,
Nyla, make sure you have your camera on.
Hi. Yeah.
There you are. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I have various issues. I have breast cancer, which is more or less stable. Um, but what I would like some help with is a chronic pain that I have almost every day. And it goes from mild to very strong, and it's unpredictable, and it has something to do with what I eat. But I have herbal painkillers, but sometimes I have to take Tylenol, and I try not to have to take too much Tylenol. And so it really interferes with my activity and my creativity and my get up and go, wanting to do things and be active. And I turned 80 this year, and I don't know how many years I have left, but I would like to do more than I am doing with those years. So, and I've had every conceivable blood test, scan. Nobody knows what's causing this pain.
And you feel it in your guts, is that correct?
Yes, in lower right gut, in the area of the appendix and the cecum and ileocecal
Does
valve.
it wrap around the side almost to the back sometimes?
No,
No?
it's mostly just in that one place. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. And your reluctance to take pills is because there's a funny, I guess there's a saying going through my head, like you swallowed the wrong pill.
Well, Tylenol works, but I try not to take too much because it destroys your liver. And herbals work to some extent, but sometimes I have to take the Tylenol also. And if
Why-
I don't take if I don't take it, then I can't really do very much.
Okay. I don't see any reason for you to restrict yourself with the Tylenol. You know, as long as you're not taking 16 pills a day like that, like overdosing yourself. If it helps you live a better and more fulfilled life, and it's great. I don't think the divine created us to be sufferers. There's no cheese down the tunnel of being a martyr. And I am reluctant to take Western meds. And there were times, especially during my the 20 years I had multiple sclerosis, they gave me chemo to put my immune system in its corner. My eyeballs looked, the whites of my eyes were blue. And they had to give me extra drugs. Anyway, lots of meds. And I didn't like it. And I talked to a friend of mine that I trust, whose relationship with the divine is quite strong. And she said, well, Annie, it's all from God. And so what I would do, I would bless the pills or the shots, whatever I was having to utilize to help keep my body in fairly good shape. I would bless it. And I would say, body, if you can use this, please put it to work. If it doesn't work for you, neutralize it and excrete it. And I think the little bits you're taking, there's nothing to be ashamed of about that.
Yeah, it's not shame. It's just that I keep reading about how it ruins your liver.
Are you going to enjoy your life now, or are you saving yourself for later?
Well, both.
Good.
I want to, I want to, no, I want to enjoy my life now. Yeah.
Right. And when you're sitting on the edge of your deathbed going, what do I regret? It might be like, I think I could have taken a little more Tylenol, had more fun.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's kind of that sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
experiment with that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not even enough. Sometimes the pain just stays despite the Tylenol.
So let me just look at your body and see if there's any kind of foods that it's trying to kick out. It does not like corn or corn products like polenta.
No, I eat very little corn.
Yeah. Most of the grains, even the organic ones, kick things up. They stir things up. And so the kinder proteins, are you vegetarian or something?
Yeah, mostly vegetarian except for fish.
Good. Your body likes the fish. It needs the fish. It needs that in order to rebuild muscles, bones, the whole works, and to provide enough energy for you to be inspired. Okay. And So don't skimp on the proteins.
And protein powder also. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind?
Pea mostly, pea protein.
That your body goes, yep, that's good. You got a full on yes on that one. Let me see if there's anything else. Then no egg yolks. Very odd.
Haven't been eating eggs. No.
Yeah, not even period. Okay.
No eggs. No.
Is it against your principles?
No. I just stopped eating them. I didn't know if they were good for me with the cancer, and I just stopped eating them.
I think you've stabilized with the cancer. Like you can almost make it, I had cancer, not like I had. If you say I have, you keep it in present time. I had cancer. And I think you ran that gamut and you're done with that lesson. That's
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
I don't think it's something you need to be afraid of. And I
Yeah,
know what it's like to be, I was worried for many years, even though I healed from MS. It was like a dark cloud. What if it comes back?
Mhm.
And
Well,
if I'm
it's sitting there. It's sitting in two large lymph nodes mostly right now. There's some of the original tumor left also, and
it
blood
made
markers. Yeah,
yeah, things are they're stable.
it's stable. Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
And like, I don't think it's going to take over your life again.
No, I don't. I've never let it take over my life. I don't identify with it, but I would like to be. I would like to feel that I was over it.
Right. Right. The other thing that I do think would be healthy and helpful for your digestive system is something called balance oil, and a company named Zinzino makes it. I buy mine on eBay. I used to get it from a very good friend of mine and client in Denmark, but there are sources here in the United States that are better. It helps balance the omega-6s and 3s.
Oh,
And
wonderful. Yeah.
and it that feels like it would be just a really nice groove, a good fit. And that can help bring some calm and some relaxed functioning in your digestive system.
Oh, I need that. I have a lot of gas and bloating and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from some of the grains that they just kind of they're like the gear you need to digest them aren't there, and it's what we do to grains here in the United States, even the organic ones. It's just
Yeah. I haven't been eating a lot of grains, just a very small portion of rice usually, and not really, hardly occasionally a little quinoa, but I gave up bread because of the yeast.
yeah. Excellent move. Excellent move. I'm happy you did that. The other thing I would do is I would send you to my traditional Tibetan physician who is amazing. And he was a key component to healing from MS. His name is Lobsang Dondep, and he has the Tibetan Healing Center in Encinitas, which is down near San Diego.
Yeah, I'm in Philadelphia. It would have to be virtual.
Well, you can do that with him, and I'd love for you to go in person for the first appointment, but
I don't have a travel budget.
I understand. I do understand, and he does do virtual meetings too.
Yes. How do you spell that last name? Don Deb?
DHONDUP.
Oh, Don Deb. Okay.
He's Tibetan. Thick
Yeah.
accent, much better than it used to be. I've been seeing him since 2001.
Hmm.
He's been very good for me. Help get rid of the inflammation, restored my nervous system, made me a working member of society again.
Wonderful. Wow.
And so I think with the digestive stuff, he would be able to zero in on it really well. Probably better than me, frankly.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Pass
Yeah.
the ball to the person with more experience, and like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been on a spiritual path forever, but it's just I feel I don't feel connected. I don't feel really like good and light and up, hardly ever.
When I looked at your body, clairvoyantly, I saw a disconnect between your heart and the back in the back of your neck.
Oh.
You're okay in the crown chakra, real bright, but there's this like disconnect. Do you have a chiropractor that you can get an adjustment?
I haven't been there lately, but yes, I do have unstable upper cervicals. Yes.
Go get an adjustment. And
Yeah.
then you may need to use some of the mild non-hallucinogenic CBD oils to loosen up the tension there so that things can like take a breath and settle into their proper place.
Yeah, that upper neck. Yes, yes, absolutely. It's been a real issue for most of my life.
Yeah, exactly. And you need that circuit to be nicely connected.
Hmm.
I think Scott's trying to get our attention.
I know. I'm so sorry. We're like,
No, this has been wonderful. I'm done. Thank you so much. I feel complete. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
great.
Thank you for being willing.
Thank
And
you, and thank you for your
yeah,
help.
thank you, Annie. You're wonderful. And I want to direct people to Annie's website. It's anniechannels.com. Anniechannels.com, where she brings forth soul consciousness. She's got books that she's written on soul consciousness, bringing forth soul consciousness. She does Akashic and Omnibus readings. We'll have to ask you in a moment what that is. Divine energy readings, surgery preparation readings, real estate readings. This, as you've seen, she is very gifted. What is an omnibus reading?
Well, when I began channeling in 1988, I was instructed by Sinea Roman and Dwayne Packer. They wrote the book Opening to Channel. You probably remember those names because you're the right.
Tanea was a very dear friend of mine. We were close. We were intimate.
Oh, I was fortunate to get live readings from her in the mid 80s. She helped me heal from 3 tubal pregnancies. She taught me how to go inside my body and see what was going on. And I also read their book, excuse me, Opening to Channel.
Opening the Channel.
Did it so I could be in their classes called Awakening Your Light Body. Because when they sent out the invitation by mail back then, I was like, I have to be in this class. So I sat down and I asked for a high guide whose higher purpose meshed with mine. Now, at that time in my life, I'm about 30. I have no idea that I have a higher purpose or a soul purpose, much less a soul and what to do with it. But this guide came in and said its name was Anubis. And this was the short version of about a 12-syllable Hindi name I got on the first session. And I just said, I can't remember that. It was too many, I was trying to focus on the energy and stay in a mellow meditative state and receptive and feel what the energy felt like when the guide was inside of me. And then to get this long name, I just couldn't do it. So they came back with Anubis. And then when I had to do readings in the Awakening Your Light Body class for other students, they said, do you know who Anubis is? And I'm like, uh-oh, no. Sounds like I should, but I don't. And she said, I'll fill you in. And then I found out that it's the Egyptian god who's present at the embalming and who weighs the dead person's heart against a feather. And if the heart weighs more than the feather, then you would have to go back and do another life. If your heart weighed less than a feather, Anubis would escort you to the afterlife.
Well, thank you very much for being with us. I apologize for having to come in, but we were so over time.
Okay.
So thank you. And again, you can find everything at anniechannels.com. Anniechannels.com.
My
We
pleasure.
are going,
Thank you.
we're going to go to Ashok, who is going to play one musical number for us now. Then we're going to meet Dennis. And then we'll go back and get the rest of from Reverend Jeffrey and Nama, and then another Omashar song, then a prayer, and then we'll conclude with a Ashok. So we've got a lot of Awakening World left. It's my pleasure to bring back our dear friend Ashok. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you, dear Scott, and thank you, Om Sharaf, for making this happen. I live in Encinitas, California, that was mentioned just now by Annie. We'll start with Oms. I invite the people who have not turned the video on, to turn the video on and move your bodies and enjoy, please. We'll start with Oms. Thank you. I'll sing a chant from my new CD called Divine Amma, which is not released yet. Amma means mother, and the chant is simple: Hari Om. Hari is Lord, and Om is the sacred word in Hinduism. It is Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. In Buddhism, when you chant Om, it is said that you purify body, mind, and speech. Om is also close to Amen, or in Islam it is Amin. So it is a sacred word, and yogis have said that constantly through our belly, the sound of Om comes through. So Hari Om. And please give me a thumbs up if you can hear the my voice, yeah. And also give me a thumbs up when I start the music and when you can hear background music, please. Thank you. Hari Om, 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 Hari
Mm, thank you so much. I'm going to go to gallery view. Let's all give some love and some twinkles to our good friend Ashok. He'll be back at the end of the show, but his website is swankirtan.com. Swankirtan.com. And every time we have him on the show, I love to read what he has on the front page of his website about himself. The focus of his daily life centers around his journeys, which include serving and inspiring others through leading, writing, presenting, and singing, loving his family, God, and God's creation with devotion, realizing the self through yoga, gaining knowledge and wisdom by continuously learning, admiring nature and different cultures by traveling the world, and cherishing every day, being healthy, truthful, and grateful. His motto: live, love, laugh, learn, lead, and leave a legacy. I just think that's such a beautiful vision Ashoka, if we all lived our life with that same vision, that will be heaven on earth when we're all living life that way. So thank you so very much. And we'll
Thank you. Thank you, dear Scott.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you back on the show in just a little bit.
And thanks for the dancing.
Yeah. Okay, I am now going to go to our wonderful co-hostess, Barbara, who has a new friend for us to meet.
Come on over, Dennis. Beautiful. He is a new friend to me as well today, having just met Dennis for the first time and experienced just the energy he brings to the expos, and to you had a packed room this morning as well for your healing talk. So Dennis is an amazing Tao soul healer. He takes clients on what is the ultimate Tao meditation journey. And I'm going to let him explain the technology, but he utilizes this advanced technology that is a simple breathing in and out technology. Am I correct in that?
Yes, it is.
And he utilizes a high frequency, it's the Tau light wall. It's amazing to transform, really, to transform low frequency energy. He works with a variety of elements throughout the body. He works on the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual body through energy channels, meridians, chakras, body systems. He basically does it all through this technology. And I am looking forward to hearing him speak once again, and to experiencing with you all the healings that will happen tonight.
Barbara just grabbed me. I was just walking by. I don't know. I just, and it's like, hey, you come over here.
You're dressed
And
like a
so-
healer.
Yeah, you're dressed like a healer. So I came over here, and it's like I'm in the, and I've been like I don't know. I've been on camera so many times today. It's like, oh my God, what do we do next?
Well, we'll see what you do next. No pressure.
No pressure. Oh my God, everyone that talked before me. I was chatting with John Gray before, and a few minutes ago, and he actually he did some healing with my master teacher. His name is Dr. Master Zhigong Shaw, who has created these, what's called Tao, T-A-O. Tao is source creator, source transformative art, calligraphy art. So I have a few minutes, but I want you to experience it more than importantly is frequency. What frequency is understanding frequency, but also experience it is probably one of the keys, because as you experience it, you get a sense of, well, my blockages and challenges that I have are typically what's called lower frequency. So how do you transform that? The only known source I'm working with is called Tao calligraphy art that my teacher, Dr. Master Zhigong Shaw, has created. More importantly, I want you to experience it because I have a short amount of time. But more importantly, by experiencing, you get a chance to see the difference in frequency. So to get real quickly, if you can just close your eyes and place your hands up to the screen. If you're on camera, great. Close your eyes. The key, again, on these practices, the reason for keeping your eyes closed is when you're keeping your eyes open, the energy flows out. We want to keep your eyes closed. So just notice the frequency as we speak from me, and I channeling through the area around us, including Barbara. You can put your hands up. I'm having Barbara and Scott, and thank you for having me on this. And just notice the frequency. Okay, just notice where it's at. I'm going to increase it a little bit more. I'm raising it a little bit more. Increasing a little bit more. Increasing the frequency 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 a little bit more. Increasing a little bit more I can go higher, but we're kind of limited on time. What I want to keep your eyes closed. Place your right hand over your heart, left below your navel. We're going to do what's called the practice is a breathing in. It's not your typical breathing in, breathing out practice. It is not specifically a breathing in, breathing out practice. It's breathing in light from what's called the Tao calligraphy light wall. So I'm activating the light wall, just breathing into light. We're at a frequency to help to transform. We're going to work on, everyone has been talking about the heart. So just keep your eyes closed. Okay. As you're just here's a simple, just breathing in. We're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we exhale out, we're saying Tao. It's Tao, source creator light, Tao light shower. So it's breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling out, Tao light shower in the heart. We're breathing in light to the heart. So breathing in light to the heart. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. And breathing in light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Do it one more time in the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. We're going to move to the first chakra. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in light to the first chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing light to the first chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in it again. Same area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Now you can imagine in 360-degree light coming into the body from all 360-degree. Breathing in Tao light. I'm going to say Tao light shower. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in light in 360 degrees of the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathing in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. 2 more times. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. The very last thing, we're going to help increase your grounding. Breathe in the light to grounding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in the light again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao light shower. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao, light, shower. 2 more times, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao, light, shower. Last time, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tao, light, shower. Keep your eyes closed. Allow the energy to integrate. It's a higher frequency energy. What the higher frequency energy is, we're calling it, it's called N dimension +1, the +1. The negative dimension is pain, suffering, anxiety, any ailment you may have. This adds one extra layer to help transform it. But just notice in your body the frequency changes and what occurred. Just keep your eyes closed. Let it integrate. We're grounding. The Mother Earth shifting and all the changes that are occurring. We're just helping you ground, keeping you grounded. Allowing your body to integrate. Grounding. I got a few minutes. So just take a deep breath in. Let it out. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Last time, take a deep breath in and let it out. Open your eyes. Not unless you're falling asleep. I have a practice for that too. We have a practice for that in our event. Did you notice the frequency change as it increased it? You may or may not. Some people do, some people don't. It's okay. But you notice that we worked with some areas in the body and you may feel hot, tingly, warm, a whole bunch of different things and occurrences in your body because the energy in the body is a higher frequency, transforming the heart, transforming the chakra, transforming the grounding. So it's increasing those energies specifically. So those are some aspects of what we're doing in the class. And this, how do you feel, Barbara?
Amazing.
Barbara said,
my visuals are going bonkers.
oh,
and
her
my
visuals
hands-
going. Barbara's saying her visuals are going bonkers.
Hands are just
Barbara, come sit next to him. You go ahead and sit next to him.
She's right here, so she's right next.
Yeah. Come sit next. That way we can hear directly.
That was really amazing.
Yeah.
That was
And
really
will you
amazing.
explain to them what your experience was with?
So when I was in process, I started seeing circles of light peripherally everywhere, all different colors of the chakras. And with that, I started seeing energy bending. And then my hands became so hot and prickly, just prickly everywhere. And I felt this release of, that I could breathe easily for the, first time in a very busy day. It was lovely.
Great. Yeah, the tingly and the sensations you're feeling is because the chi energy is flowing. What this is the Tao and the healing energy part of it is it's coming from the inside out. So the science behind it and the universal law is called the law of Shen Qi Jing. Shen, S-H-E-N, being the soul, heart, mind, Qi being the energy, Jing being the matter. So transforming the Shen, the spirit, the soul, helps to transform the Qi energy and the Jing matter transforms. So it happens almost in the snap of a finger because it transforms where the message originates from. You can also do, I work with a lot of people, they're working with Western medicine, but this works in conjunction with a lot of it because it's a combination of the two, work in conjunction together because basically works together from a standpoint, it works from the inside out. Sometimes you have to have the insight. You have a broken bone, you have to work on that. So there's different aspects of it, but more importantly, that's what we did in the class. And then there's an exercise to wake you up. I won't do this kind of late in the evening, so it's kind of dark here. I don't know if it makes sense.
Tomorrow morning,
Tomorrow
you
morning,
can do that with me.
we could do that. We'll wake you up. There's a waking up that takes about a minute to 3 minutes.
I'll need that.
And I don't know if you saw it, but they were everyone in the class in an event it's like they had so much energy they can run around the block. But I saved them a whole bunch of cups of coffee and don't even
Well,
need
So we only have a few moments left, but if you can do something that raises our energy, we still have quite a bit of show left to present. So is there something you can do that'll give us an energy boost?
I'm sorry, repeat that question, Scott.
Is there something that you can do that will provide us with a group energy boost?
Sure. There's an area right below the navel. It's called the lower dantian. I'm not sure if I can show it on the picture, but if you stand up and you're on your tiptoe, and you could sit there really. I work with the people in a nursing home. They're 90, 80, 90 years old. And what happens, we do a meditation like this and they all fall asleep, which is kind of fascinating because they're 80 and 90 and they fall asleep. And so what we do is we tap the lower dantians right below the navel. Close your eyes and the sound is Joe. Joe, 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 Joe. Helps to increase your stamina, vitality, and immunity. Joe, 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 Joe. But keeping your eyes closed and focusing a golden light down below your navel. Joe, Joe, Joe. Ideally, standing is ideal, but again, I work with people that are, 80 and 90, and they could do it, you can do it. So a few minutes, but you don't want to do this before breakfast, lunch, and, before eating, but also not before sleeping because you probably won't be able to sleep. But if you do it in a minute, just notice a difference. You notice a difference?
Yeah.
I do.
What difference you notice?
It's this clarity. It's this, when you're tired and you have that brain fogginess, it's just kind of like a whoosh of energy and a clarity. It's fascinating.
Yeah. So all these.
And,
Go ahead.
and what's the sound? What's the sound?
Joe. Joe is a lower part of the company. Joe. J-O. It's a pronunciation of Joe. It helps to vibrate that area. But more importantly, I guess you can notice is that there is a difference. And these practices are really, really simple. The reason why I do this and I teach it because they're so easy. Sorry, I'm one of the people that was walking by, but I haven't written a whole bunch of books yet. And so working on a book, I guess I should work on a book. I do a lot of hip hop dancing, so maybe that would be it.
Well, there's another speaking event.
Yeah, well, I'll
sing with Dennis.
I'll show I'll show Barbara that one. It's like the hip hop dancing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Healing and hip hop dancing. That's a new scenario, huh? We could do that one, Scott, on you. It's like, oh my gosh, and then all the young people would be on the screen saying, "Who's this guy? What is he?"
Well, thank you so much, Dennis. I'm sorry that we weren't going to have time for private healings tonight, but you can learn much more about Dennis by going to his website. And his website is his last name, Shimosaka, Shimosaka, Shimosaka Healing Services.com. And beautiful website. I noticed that you do a weekly meditation group, which is on Zoom, and lots of testimonials. And this is where people can find out all about you. And most importantly, you can schedule an appointment. Just click here. Again, it's Shimosaka Healing Services.com. And thank you, Dennis, for joining us tonight and giving us that energy boost and the healing. I'm sorry to Dr. Laura, Kathy, and Rachel that we weren't able to work out a private healing for you tonight. But
you are in the Bay Area, and I don't know if you are. Dennis will be here all day tomorrow from 10 to 6. He'll be speaking at 3 o'clock as well. Come on over to Concord at the Hilton Concord. Dennis will be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, you can find all things by going to soulsearch.io, soulsearch.io. And there's so many amazing things. Soul Search TV, which of course, so many of the people that we love from Soul Search are on. But if you go to the Enlightenment Expos, look at all the expos that they're doing. And top one right there is the Concord Expo. And I know that we do have Bay Area friends. So definitely, if you're available, go to Concord tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And of course, there's John Gray, who we just had.
Speakers every hour on the hour. As you see Dennis there in the corner. Tomorrow, come to my Reiki circle tomorrow morning.
Hey, you kick things off. Barbara's going to kick things off at 10 a.m. And then we've had her on. And you got, there's Dennis at 3 o'clock. Fantastic. And Allison Spencer. It's going to be a great, great day in Concord. Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. We're going to start it off right and keep the high vibe party going. So come join us.
Absolutely. Barbara, thank you so much. We've got a few more things tonight. So if you can stick around, great. And if you need to go get dinner or whatever, I understand.
I would love to stick around as long as I'm still upright.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Right
We
back
love
at you.
Soul Search.
We love you all. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to go back to Nama now and conclude what he was starting to share. And hopefully this gave him time to get his slides in order. So Nama, welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
Have you enjoyed the evening?
I am enjoying it. But just so I know I can respect your time, how much time should I spend? How much time do I have? Just so
Can you keep it to like 5 to 7 minutes?
Yes. It'll be 7 slides. I'll try to just go through them.
Great. Thank you so much.
Cool. Okay. Can you see now?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Okay, great.
Double torus, flow of space.
Yes. So I'm going to move this and then here we go. I'm going to go through these slides real quick, but just keep in mind that everything that I'm about to go through is now mathematically proven in physics. Everything that we talk about can be mapped out mathematically. We can start describing what light is, light body, and all types of things. But at the foundation is the double torus flow, a continuous in and out circulation of energy, like two coupled spirals. All forces, gravity, the strong interaction, electromagnetism are all one fluid dynamic of this double torus circulation, all the way at the tiniest Planck scale, smallest scale. And this is what they discussed at the science conference. So in the math of being able to describe and even the mathematics predict what has been measured in physics for the past 50 to 100 years, it was all a puzzle how we get these numbers. But this new model is able to predict everything that was a mystery now falls into this solving of the puzzle, if you will. And we see where the golden ratio comes from. The phi ratio, this ratio we see in everything, is now at the smallest scale of mass and gravity and in the mathematics. And you can scale from the smallest, quantum gravity, to cosmology. And the flower of life was now found to be at the center of a proton. So what we see in spiritual traditions and all walks of life, now the mathematics show that the flower of life is actually at the core of where mass seeds and starts to develop. It's not just a mysterious woohoo thing anymore. It's actually grounded in physics. The proton is the perfect balance, and it's actually been found to be exactly the mass of a tiny black hole. And it sustains this double torus feedback feed forward that fractals at every scale of our reality, even in our biofield, in our cells, and at the center of all mass. They can now map and scale from the smallest scale in these equations and these physics, exactly put out the frequencies in scale of from our neural networks to our cellular networks, molecular networks, all the way down to the Planck scale. Planck is about a magnitude, a whole universe, the size of our universe. If you were going to go from a proton and the size of the universe inward, you would reach the Planck scale. And the unified space memory network, it creates every proton and even down to the plant creates these micro wormhole network. This one micro wormhole network that we call the space memory network, which imprints and contains instantaneously all information all over the universe from every proton in existence, all in one well of information that we are all connected to. And that is, the more coherence one has with this geometry, the more information flows through, where you can receive or grab any information from this entangled network. So consciousness is intrinsic to the field. It does not arise later. The double torus is the geometry of love. It's that unbreakable force that is at the center of all existence. And this conference, in the Science of Consciousness conference, was actually now merging and describing this through physics, which is a very important time to live in, when all of humanity, even what seemed opposing views of humanity, are starting to unify in this understanding. And that's all the slides.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And Nama, what's the best way for people to reach you?
ageof11.com. That's AGE and the number 11 .com.
Age11.com.
Age of 11, I'm sorry. AGEOF11.com.
All right, I'm pulling it up right now so we can show it to our friends who are watching on Facebook.
Okay.
There it is.
And then there will be more content coming soon that will teach all of this and define the physics of spirit, and have practices and how to connect to this network, which we all do already. It's just adding another layer of language so we can conceptualize exactly what we're connecting to.
Wow, what a beautiful website. Absolutely beautiful. So
thank you.
To learn more from Nama, ageof11.com. And Nama, we definitely would love to have you back on the show again. We'll do another ISF show with you and some of your colleagues.
Of course, and thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And maybe pop into the chat box one more time the links to the conference in Barcelona. Thank you so much. And thank you, Reverend Jeffrey, for all that you do to bring these amazing people to us. Thank you very much. Oh, well, it's time for us to do a little bit of a healing prayer moment. And I'm going to bring Desiree up also, since she is a wonderful healing angel. Let's just take a moment. After this, we'll go to Omar Shar for a song. But I really always appreciate that every week we do take time to do our prayers and come together as Global Peace Tribe, sending our light and our love out to those in need. I continue to be especially devastated by what's happening in Gaza. It's now officially a famine, children starving to death. So let's send our incredible abundance that we have. We are so blessed. We are so privileged. So may we simultaneously truly embrace gratitude for how blessed we are, and pray that those who are suffering receive maximum grace. And may each of us listen to our higher self, listen to the wise guides and wisdom keepers that we're tuned to, of how we may be of service to this awakening world. maximum grace for all beings, maximum grace for our awakening world. Maximum grace for those who are suffering. And now we'll have a minute or two of silence for you to privately pray for anyone that you wish to send love to. Thank you, Desiree. You look like you're being very busy just now. So thank you for the wonderful work that you do. Thank you.
A lot of light language was coming through for that prayer. So very
Yeah, I
beautiful.
can see that. It was like, wow. All right. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to our beloved Omashar.
So this is a short up-tempo dance song. So please hold the prayer and dance it out around the world and stand up because it's short. By the time I press go, it'll be gone. So right, Adora. Yay. Okay, here we go.
Whatever happened to the ones that came before? Did they just vanish into the blue? Maybe they're living the dream we know to be true, and reaching their hands back out of the blue. My heart is so ready to embrace all that's new. I feel the love calling for me to break on through. With peace on my mind, I know that I'm coming to a new way of life that feels so true. Break it down. There's nothing here to hold me back from you. The clouds of my life have blown away. My lightness of being lifts me every day. I find myself feeling not so blue. My heart is so ready to embrace all that's new. I feel the love calling for me to new way of life that feels so true.
Woohoo! Yay! Sending big love to Omashar.
Short and sweet.
That's why I started all of our dancers right off the bat. Now, listen, as wonderful as Omashar is in online,
virtually,
in the world,
virtually,
we have an amazing opportunity, and that is to be with Omashar in the flesh. Imagine hugging Omashar. It can happen.
It can happen.
Is come to San Diego. There's a wonderful event. We, of course, did a promotion for it a few weeks ago, and so many of our friends are going to be there. Tangela, Alan Steinfeld, Sarah Breskman, Mark Anthony. These are some of our favorite people. Shelley Reef. So it's September 27 and 28 in Mission Bay. That's kind of in the southern part of San Diego area. But wait, there's more. Not only do we come down for that retreat, but our good friend Mark Danisovsky has arranged for Omashar to do a concert. And there's going to be a concert the following night, Monday night, September 29th. An amazing concert with Omashar and Mark. Now, those of you who were at our Sedona retreat, remember Mark, he is an amazing accordion player as well as many other musical instruments. And this is going to be a really special evening. So come to San Diego, September 27 and 28 for the retreat that Alan Steinfeld and Dr. Tara are putting together. And then stick around for Omashar's concert on the 29th. And Omashar, what else would you like to add? And there's Mark.
Yeah, I just added him, and I'm really excited because it really stretches me to put on a concert. And what Mark and I are going to do is create a sacred container for the Monday night concert. So there's going to be no clapping in between. We're just going to build up the energy, and it's just going to be a lovely time. Mark will he's quite an amazing pianist. Not only an accordion player, and so I'm really looking forward to him as my opening act, so to speak. But he's also going to come on stage with me during the evening and jam with me, which would be great. And for those watching on YouTube and Facebook, or is it FaceTube and Newbook, there is actually a discount code for the San Diego retreat provided by Soul Search, and it's Soul Search 25 with both of the S's capitalized and the rest of it lowercase, for a 25% discount. So if you're in San Diego, that's huge. It's going to be so fun, and I not only get to play during the retreat. There's a 3-hour riverboat ride out in the bay in San Diego, and I play for about 45-50 minutes before we go up on deck and have my meal. It's going to be an amazing time. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing my friends down there, whomever they may be.
Mark, is there anything you'd like to add?
Just we're going to have an amazing time. Vision's a beautiful place. It seats 200 people. And we're also going to live stream the concert, so you'll be able to participate from anywhere in the world, and we'll make it interactive so you can add your energy. This is going to be a co-created concert, and your vibration will be welcome and used in the creation of the music.
Beautiful. So thank you. Yeah, and so we'll get all the information to those of you who can't attend in person, so you can participate in the live stream. Mark, thank you so much for putting this together. I'm looking forward to seeing you in whatever that is, 4 weeks from now, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, Scott.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Omashar, for your 3 songs tonight and all that you do. You are such a blessing to our awakening world.
It's my pleasure. And I also really enjoy Ashok and I do a sound check earlier when he plays, and we're getting to know each other. We ask each other rather personal questions, and well, that personal, but he is the man. Love him so much.
Well, thank you. Well, Ashok is coming right up. We have one more very important Global Boost Tribe announcement, and that is registration is now open for our autumn season. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, come and join the Global Peace Tribe. It's really easy to do that. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com. You can learn all about our different shows, and then click register for the new season. That'll take you to our registration page. You will get the Zoom room links for all of our shows for the rest of the year. That's right, all the way through December 31st, 2025, which seems like a long ways from now. Every Wednesday night, every Saturday night, and then special shows like what we're going to do. We're going to probably have a special show this Thursday, which I'll send an email out to everybody about. And of course, the live stream of Omoshar and Mark's concert. So there's a lot going on. And for all of our Zoom roomers, our beloveds, of course, you're already, if you're in the Zoom room, you already are registered through the end of September. But now's a good time. Go ahead and register and just get it done with. That way you're set for the rest of the year. And we would really appreciate that. Your support means so much to me personally. It's how we can continue. And thank you, everybody, for being a part of the Global Peace Tribe. And it's a beautiful community. For those of you who haven't joined us before, or maybe you were part of it, time to come back in. It's a really beautiful community where everybody really kind of knows each other and we connect. And hopefully many of us will connect in person down in San Diego that last weekend of September. All right, well, it's been quite a show, and we're going to conclude with our beloved Ashoka, who's going to lead a beautiful kirtan for us. So here we go. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you, dear Scott and Omoshar. I live outside San Diego. You both are welcome to stay here if you like. This is a home temple that I created with a beautiful beach and beautiful gardens of self-realization fellowship. I'll sing a chant called Kali Mata. Please turn on your videos and dance and move your bodies so that you can get more energy. And please sing. Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata. Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata. You are the mother, you are the nature, you are the Brahman, you are the divine, you are the mother, you are the nature, you are the Brahman, You are the divine.
You are the divine.
You are the mother. You are the nature. You are the Brahman. You are the divine.
You are the mother. You are the nature. You are the Brahman. You are the divine.
You are the mother. You are the nature. You are the Brahman. You are the divine.
You are the mother. You are the nature. You are the Brahman. You are the divine.
Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
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 Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata.
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata.
You are the love,
You are the love.
you are the energy,
You are the energy.
you are the love,
You are the love.
you are the energy,
You are the energy.
you are the love, you are the energy,
You are the love. You are the energy.
you are the love, you are the energy.
You are the love. You are the energy.
You are the existence.
You are the existence.
You are the absolute.
You are the absolute.
You are the existence.
You are the existence.
You are the absolute.
You are the absolute.
You are the existence. 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 You are the absolute.
You are the universe.
You are the universe.
You are the consciousness.
You are the consciousness.
You are the universe.
You are the universe.
You are the consciousness.
You are the consciousness.
You are the universe. 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 You are the consciousness.
Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata.
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 Mata means mother, divine mother. Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
Kali Mata, Kali Mata,
काली माता 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 काली माता
Breathing that in, that beautiful divine energy. Thank you so much, Ashoka. Thank you, Desiree, for your beautiful addition. And a reminder that he has a lovely website, and it's such a beautiful name, swankirtan.com. Swankirtan.com. I really appreciate your invitation. I have a place to stay also in Encinitas, actually. When I come down there, I'll be staying with my friend Jacqueline in Encinitas. But we'll definitely come visit you. Or maybe we'll all go to Self-Realization Fellowship and walk through the gardens together. I would really like that. And of course, most of the pictures behind Ashok are from Self-Realization Fellowship of Yogananda, Babaji, Swami Sri Yukteswar, Jesus, Krishna, and Lahiri Mahasai. Those are all kind of the standard images from Self-Realization Fellowship. And I first went down there, Ashok, when I was 17. I did
Oh my God.
retreat there when I was 17 years old. So a long history with that beautiful hermitage. Desiree, thank you so much. I'm going to bring Omushar up one more time. And if Barbara is still on camera, I'll bring her up. There she is. God bless her soul. So thank you very, very much, beloveds, for a long and wonderful show. And I don't have the posters done for next week, but we've got wonderful shows lined up for Wednesday and Saturday night. So hopefully we'll see you then. Tomorrow is Sunday. Make it a sacred Sunday by choosing to see the divine in all. I'm going to go to gallery view one last time. Thank you, everybody who's got their cameras on. Thank you for being with us. Big hello to everybody out in Facebook land and YouTube land. Join the Global Peace Tribe, globalpeacetribe.com. Register, get all of our links for the rest of the year. It's going to be awesome. Love you all. See you soon. Take care.